My favorite brush to carve out underneath my brows with concealer is this one here. It's the full coverage brush G12 by Napoleon Curtis. It's synthetic too, so any synthetic brush is really good for under the brows. Here's another synthetic brush by Napoleon Curtis. It's a conceal and correct brush G14. Now, I don't use my brushes according to what they say it's for. I always just go with the flow and see what works best for me. So I use this to contour around my face, so like my nose, my cheekbone. Sorry, cream contour. If I'm using cream, I like to pick this up. As you can see, there's a bit of product on there, and it's really good just to, I use it like there, and then I blend it out with the sponge afterwards. So I love that for like precision. This one here's my favorite. This is really good. So this end here, wait, let me tell you what it is first. It's a Luxie 181 brush, and it's really good for highlight. And I use this side. Okay, this is a trick to getting your nose highlight really straight. So I go like this and like this on the tip of my nose. So I'll just show you. So it's not, I'm not using it like this against my nose. I'm using it like this against my nose. And I just let the bridge of my nose and the brush work together, and as you can see, my highlight on my nose is so straight, it's popping. So this is the brush I use for that. This brush here is the Tapered Highlighter by Sigma F35 brush, and I love this to powder under my eyes to set my concealer. So I do it like that. I do it across my nose as well, chin, and a bit on my forehead. So pretty much like the T-zone area where you get oily, or where I get oily. If you're oily, that's where you should be dabbing the product. I recently found this brush because I recently moved houses, so I went through like a whole heap of old makeup and brushes, and I found this and I forgot how much I loved it. So this is the Napoleon Curtis Reflective Contour Brush 20B, and I've been using it to apply powder bronzer to set my contour. Just there and then down here, and I just love it. It's so soft and it just really gets in there. It's so good. I remember my teacher saying she used this for foundation, but I never really got it. I didn't really like it. I thought it took too long, but yeah. This here is the brands come off, but it says Pro Fan Even Tail 65. Oh, this is Sephora. I can see it slightly. It's a Sephora fan brush, and at times I use this to highlight my cheeks. So I like to mix it up with these two. So sometimes I'll grab a highlighter and I'll do this, and then I grab another highlighter or even the same highlighter and then apply even more to really give you that poppin' look, you know. Okay, now let's jump into eyeshadow. I know this is like a very common thing a lot of people like to ask me about when it comes to makeup. Everyone's like, oh my god, my eyeshadow, I don't know how to do eyeshadow. And honestly, it's all about the brush you use. So I'm going to show you my OG favorites for my eyeshadow. Okay, so I've got three that I always use on my eyes. yeah, it's a bit different for clients, but for myself, I find I always pick up these three. So let's start off with this one. This is the Napoleon Purtis sculpting brush in the 10R. I know I've got a lot of Napoleon brushes. Just a quick disclaimer, I got majority of the other ones from like a set. No, I didn't. Those ones I purchased separately, but like this one here, the reflective contour brush in 20B, this was actually from a big set, which was like $500. I don't know if he still sells it, but yeah, just letting you guys know. But these other ones, like the concealer ones, I purchased separately, so I'm pretty sure you guys can do the same. And same with this one. So anyways, back to this sculpting brush 10R Napoleon Purtis. This is the best fluffy brush ever for blending. And I get a lot of comments about, oh, your blend is so good, or you know, you're like the queen of blending. It's because of this. So basically, I'll pack the product on with a different brush, but when I blend it out, I go in circular motions and really lightly. So I hold it, I don't hold it like really close like this, because when you hold it close, you tend to be heavy-handed. But if you hold it out a little bit further and go in circular motions and just like blend, 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 it gives you the most effortless blend in the world. Even if you just want to like head out, I know for all those moms out there who need to go, even if you just get this brush, you're sweet. Just grab, you know, a bit of bronzer or like a nice orange taupe color, and then just swoosh all over the eye, just like myself. You'll get a really nice even blend. So this is probably one of the first brushes I ever used, and I just love it. I've tried so many other blending brushes, but I always pick up this one, and I think it's because I was learning on this brush too. So we've got this one here, another fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M505. So I use this more for dabbing, and then I'll blend it out slightly just in that area where I want it. So in my case, I created a halo eye today, and yeah, this is really good for that. Yeah, so definitely one I love. And this one, so this is the MAC 221S brush, and this is really good for hooded eyes. So for my hooded eye sisters out there, this is really good. My Asian girls, this is really good because it is so tapered and so fluffy at the same time. When you place the product, it goes where you want it to go, if you know what I mean. So if you have like a really big brush, you put the brush here and it's like all over your eye, whereas this, like, you really get in there and you can really control where the shadow goes. And then after that, same thing, circular motions, just blend it out. It's even good for blending under the eye here. If you want a really seamless smoked eye, you can use that there. Looking for my bullet brushes. Oh my god, I found this the other day for $3, and it is amazing. So it's the e.l.f. eye crease brush, and I got it from Kmart, and I used it today actually under the eye here, and it's just, it blends out the product really well, gives you that smoke. And then I brought it up here as well underneath, just to give my a little bit more of a smoky effect instead of a sharp line. So that one's a good one. This one here is the Napoleon Purtis BR12 brush, and I like to use this on the inner corners of my eye, and I find it really helps the product stand out a lot more when I use this. This one you can also use under the eyes to really give you that smoked out look as well, but it's a little bit more hard. So the e.l.f. one, you can really blend it out nice. Oh my god, you guys, this brush for brows is a must-have. I would recommend this to every single one of you guys. So this is the Savannah Rose. I don't even know what she's named it, but it's the brow brush, I'm pretty sure. And I've got one end with the spoolie end, and I bend it so that when I brush my brows up, it's just a lot easier, but it does come straight. But yeah, I like it bent. And then it's got an angled brush on the other end, and I use this to draw my brows on. And seriously, without this brush, my brows don't look right. Like, I don't get it perfect. But with this and her brow butters, so good. Seriously, I even told my sister to buy one. So it's so good. Yeah, so if brow butter, you don't need to go buy her brow butter, but if you have any type of like pomade, you can use that to draw your brows on. Or even powder. If you have like eyeshadow powder that you want to use, that will be such a good brush for that too. Okay, this one here, oh my god, I feel like I'm promoting Napoleon Curtis, but I just have so many brushes that I love from his collection. So this is the contour brush 16B by Napoleon Curtis, and I like to use this to pack the product in the middle of my eyelid, and I find it just gives you that seamless, thick's not the right word, but I can't really think of the right word, but it just gives you that, oh look, like I can't explain it. I use other brushes and it just doesn't look the same. You just go like this and the product's on. It's so good. It's just like using your finger but better. This brush is the Crown Brush 6133 Lash Fan, and I don't use this for lashes, but what I do is I use this, I pop highlighter on there, or just powder, and I set underneath my brows like that, or I just highlight this section. I haven't done it today, but you can highlight that section there, your brow bone. It just gives you that pop. Oh my god, look how ratchet this brush has gotten, but it's such a goodie. I will never chuck this out. So this is the Sigma E15 brush. It's called the Flat Definer, not E15, sorry, F15. Oh no, yeah, E15 Flat Definer. Now if you want a really defined shadow or eyeliner underneath your eye just here, this is so good for it. And sometimes I even spray some Fix Plus and then dip it into the eyeshadow and just get that like defined under eye. You can even do it on top, but I find it works so well under the eyes. Okay, this is actually from an eye palette, so the Luxury Tarte eye palette. This brush came with it and it's so good. So another one for eyeshadow, just quickly. Oh, I love to blend my eyeshadow back here like this. So I always grab this brush for that section because it's just so, like, I think they're synthetic, really soft, and it just like really helps bring the product out evenly. And this end here, if I have any glitters and stuff, I'll use that to apply the glitter on my lid. And even like under the eye here in the middle, this is a good, because it's sort of angled as well. So this, I use this brush on the eyes sometimes. It's the Morphe M501, or I use it as a highlighter as well, just depending on which highlighter I use. Sometimes this doesn't pick up the product as well as my other brush. And on the eyes, like, so let's say this eye look here, I've already completed it, but I'll just grab this brush and then I'll go around the edges and just blend it just to get rid of any harsh lines, but not too much. And I won't add any product to it. I'll just leave it as is, a clean brush. And yeah, that's about it for that. Yeah, all the rest, they're just like little angled brushes and stuff, but they're not really. Oh, actually this one. Okay, this is my last one that I want to share with you guys. So this is the Napoleon Purtis BR11 brush, and it's a very thin flat brush, but I use this to pack the deepest color on my eyes, just to give it that extra oomph. Glitter, anything, like any type of eyeshadow, if I just want to, or even like to smoke out my winged liner. It's just one of those that I always pick up. It's such a versatile, you can even do it under the eyes. Yeah, so that's basically it. Those are my absolute faves that you always see me pick up. That concludes my video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.